Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Jack. Jack was always fascinated by the stories his grandfather used to tell him about a magical land far, far away. His grandfather used to say that the land was filled with riches beyond imagination, and whoever found it would be the richest person in the world. One day, while Jack was wandering in the forest, he stumbled upon a map. Excited by his discovery, he started following the map, and after several days of traveling, he finally reached the edge of a cliff. He was about to turn back when he heard a strange noise coming from below. He cautiously approached the edge and looked down to find a hidden path leading to a beautiful valley. As Jack made his way down the path, he could feel his heart beating faster and faster. He was finally going to find the magical land that his grandfather used to talk about. As he reached the bottom of the valley, he found a crystal-clear lake, and in the middle of the lake was an island with a magnificent castle. He was about to swim across the lake when he noticed a rowboat tied to a nearby tree. He climbed into the boat and began rowing towards the island. As he got closer to the castle, he could see that it was guarded by two giant beasts. They were growling and snarling, and their eyes were fixed on Jack. But Jack was determined to find the treasure and did not let the beasts intimidate him. He approached them and said, "I am here to find the treasure of the magical land, and I promise to leave this place once I have found it." To his surprise, the beasts suddenly stopped growling and stepped aside to let Jack enter the castle. He was amazed by the beauty and grandeur of the castle. As he explored the castle, he came across a room filled with gold coins, precious gems, and other valuable items. He was ecstatic and started filling his pockets with as much treasure as he could carry. Suddenly, he heard a voice calling out, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" Jack turned around to see a tall, bearded man standing in the doorway. The man was the wizard who lived in the castle and was the guardian of the treasure. Jack explained his journey to the wizard, and the wizard listened carefully. When Jack finished, the wizard said, "You are a brave young man, and I am impressed by your determination. But the treasure you seek is not for you. You may take one item of your choosing, but the rest must remain here." Jack thought for a moment and then chose a beautiful, shimmering gem. He thanked the wizard and left the castle, rowing back across the lake with the gem in his pocket. From that day on, Jack lived a life of wealth and luxury, and he always remembered his journey to the magical land. He used to tell the story to anyone who would listen, and they all would listen in awe, marveling at his bravery and determination. And so, the story of Jack and the magical land became a legend that was passed down from generation to generation.
The past continuous tense is used to describe an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. In the story, it was used to describe actions that were taking place over a period of time, such as Jack's journey to the castle, his exploration of the castle, and his rowing back across the lake. For example, Jack was wandering in the forest. He was approaching the beasts. He was filling his pockets with as much treasure as he could carry. These sentences all describe actions that were in progress, not a completed action. They help to create a sense of flow and movement in the story, allowing the reader to visualize the events as they are happening. The past continuous is formed using the past tense of the verb, to be, was or were, and present participle. So, For example, Jack was wandering is in the past continuous tense.